3 worst and 4 best Lexus sedans in 2026. 3 Lexus sedans that'll cost you more than the car itself. 4 that'll run past 300,000 miles on nothing but oil changes. One of them looks like the bargain everyone wants. Until the first repair bill arrives. A $3,000 brake actuator, a $5,000 air suspension on a Lexus. Not a BMW, not a Mercedes, a Lexus. Pick wrong, and those repair bills erase every dollar you thought you saved. Pick right, you own the most reliable luxury sedan money can buy. Engine codes, failure patterns, real repair costs. This is a buyer's survival guide. If I miss your high-mile GS, roast me with receipts in the comments. Worst first, let's go. Worst number 3, Lexus HS 250H, 2010 to 2012. Here's a car that looks like a genius move. A Lexus hybrid sedan, fuel efficient, quiet, refined, and cheap. Because nobody wants one. That last part should tell you everything. The HS 250H ran from 2010 to 2012. Then Lexus quietly killed it. When a manufacturer kills a model that fast, the used market pays the price for decades. Under the hood, the 2AZ-FXE, a 2.4-liter 4-cylinder hybrid, 194 combined horsepower, 0 to 60 in 8.4 seconds, top speed limited to 112 miles per hour. Those numbers aren't the problem. Here's what is. First, oil consumption. The 2AZ-FXE burns through a quart every 1,000 to 1,500 miles on bad examples. If the previous owner didn't catch it, you're inheriting an engine that's been running low for years. Second, safety recalls. Serious brake and fuel system campaigns. Extended coverage has largely expired. You're on your own. Third, refinement. Road noise higher than expected. Interior feels smaller than the price suggests. Feels like a dressed-up Camry that forgot what it was supposed to be. Fourth, parts and resale. Discontinued after 2 years. Dealer support shrinking. Independent shops don't stock parts. Nobody wants it used. Clean examples run $8,000 to $14,000. That price feels like a deal. It isn't. The HS 250H is the one Lexus sedan where the badge cannot save you. Avoid it completely. How many of you have owned a hybrid Lexus past 150,000 miles with 0 major issues? Drop your model and mileage in the comments. Worst number 2, Lexus LS 460, 2007 to 2012. This one hurts. The LS 460 is genuinely magnificent. Flagship sedan, whisper quiet, loaded with technology. Right now you can buy one for $18,000 to $28,000. A car that costs $65,000 to $75,000 new. That price gap feels like opportunity. It's a trap. Under the hood, the 1UR-FSE, a 4.6-liter V8, 380 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds. Top speed limited to 130 miles per hour. The engine is strong, everything around it isn't. First, the brake actuator. The electronically controlled brake system uses an actuator that fails. Replacement, $3,000 to $5,000. Lexus issued extended warranty coverage for this exact failure. That coverage has largely expired. You're paying full price. Second, air suspension. Struts fail, compressors fail, valve blocks fail. Budget $2,000 to $3,000 per axle, and it will go wrong. Third, labor complexity. Replacing an HID headlight ballast requires removing the front bumper. Valve cover gaskets, 8.5 hours of labor. Every ticket rarely leaves the shop under $3,000 to $4,000. Fourth, the ownership math. One buyer purchased a 2008 LS 460 at 60,000 miles. Clean Carfax, full service history. 18 months later, $18,000 in repairs. Brake actuator, air suspension, electrical gremlins. The car's market value dropped below what he'd spent keeping it alive. He didn't buy a luxury car. He bought a luxury repair schedule. Flagship comfort for Camry money sounds incredible, until you realize the maintenance is still flagship money. If you want an LS, we'll get to the right one shortly. LS 460 versus Mercedes S550 W221. Same price range, same era. Which one costs you more over 5 years? Drop your vote. Worst number 1. Lexus is 250, 2006 to 2015. This is the most dangerous pick on the entire list. Not because it's the most expensive to fix, because it looks exactly, and I mean exactly, like one of the best Lexus sedans ever made. Same body, same interior, same dealership lot. One will run forever. One will drain you every time you open your wallet. The IS 250 and IS 350 are are separated by one engine code. That code is the difference between a car you love and a car you resent. Under the hood, the 4GR-FSE, a 2.5-liter V6, 204 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 7.9 seconds. Top speed limited to 130 miles per hour. The engine isn't weak. The problem is how it breathes. First, in carbon buildup, the 4GR-FSE is direct injection only. No port injection to wash the intake valves. Carbon deposits build fast, by 60,000 to 80,000 miles. Walnut blasting service, $400 to $800 every time. Comes back every 40,000 to 60,000 miles for the life of the car. You're not buying a car, you're buying a subscription to your mechanic's retirement fund. Second, oil consumption. Documented reports of a quart every 2,000 miles on bad examples. On a car with 90,000 miles, you have no idea how long that engine has been running low. Third, the identity trap. A used is 250 lists for $12,000 to $22,000. A used is 350 lists for $15,000 to $28,000. The gap looks like $3,000 to $6,000. But over 5 years, is 250 carbon cleaning bills alone cost more than that gap, while the IS 350 owner drives past without a single issue. One owner called it a permanent subscription to my mechanic's retirement fund. He traded it for an IS 350 and wondered why he'd tortured himself for 3 years. The most deceptive trap in the used Lexus market. Looks like the IS 350 costs almost as much. Will never perform like one. Memorize the engine code 4GR-FSE. If you see it, walk away. Pattern interrupt. IS 250 versus BMW 328i with the N20. Both have carbon buildup, both have oil consumption. Which one bankrupts you faster? Drop your answer. All right, enough pain. 3 traps identified. Now let's talk about the LEXUS sedans that just don't die. 4 generations, 4 price points. One of them is over 20 years old and still one of the greatest luxury sedans ever built. Hit that like button if this is useful. Helps more buyers find this video before they make a mistake. Let's go. Best number 4, Lexus ES 350, 2013 to 2018. The ES 350 is the silent weapon of the used luxury sedan market. No drama, no complexity, no surprises, just a car that works every single day for as long as you want to drive it. Under the hood, the 2GR-FE or 2GR-FKS, a 3.5-liter V6, 268 to 302 horsepower, 6-speed automatic, 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds. Top speed limited to 130 miles per hour. One of the most proven powertrains Lexus has ever built. The FKS variant's dual injection eliminates the carbon trap that destroys IS 250 owners. It just keeps doing its job year after year. First, reliability. The 2013 to 2018 ES 350 consistently scores among the highest in its class on Consumer Reports, documented across hundreds of thousands of owners. Second, running costs. Regular gasoline, no air suspension, no hybrid battery, oil changes, tires, brakes. That's your ownership experience. Third, depreciation math. A 2016 ES 350 with 60,000 miles retails for $18,000 to $26,000. A car that was $40,000 new, with a powertrain that'll run another 150,000 miles. Watch the earlier cars, 2007 to 2012. For a cold start, gear rattle, hear it on startup, walk away. Stick to 2013 to 2018. The Lexus you buy when you want to stop thinking about your car. Lowest ownership cost in the segment, the silent weapon, ES 350 owners. Post your mileage and biggest single repair bill. How many of you are past 200,000 miles on nothing but routine maintenance? Best number 3, Lexus GS 350, 2013 to 2020. If the ES 350 is the silent weapon, the GS 350 is the one that makes you grin. Rear-wheel drive, a proper sports sedan chassis, Lexus reliability underneath it all. Under the hood, the 2GR-FSE or 2GR-FKS, a 3.5-liter V6, 306 to 311 horsepower, 8-speed automatic on RWD models, 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds. Top speed limited to 130 miles per hour. The 2GR-FKS with D4-S dual injection is the engine you want. Port injection plus direct injection. No carbon buildup, no drama. Just a V6 that pulls cleanly from idle to redline. First, driving experience. Won't out-corner a tuned M3, but it will outlast one in your driveway by 100,000 miles. Second, running costs. Valve cover seepage later in life. Budget $400 to $600. That's the major maintenance story on a well-kept GS350. Third, depreciation. A 2016 GS350 RWD retails for $22,000 to $35,000. A car that was $52,000 new. Stick to RWD. The AWD uses an older 6-speed and loses the cleaner drivetrain dynamics. RWD, 8-speed. That's the spec. Drives like a BMW, costs to own like a Lexus. The sports sedan that won't punish you for owning it. GS350RD versus BMW 535i with the N55. Same price. The BMW has turbo lag, carbon buildup, and an aging cooling system. The Lexus has a naturally aspirated V6 built for 300,000 miles. Which one would you take? Best number 2, Lexus LS 430, 2004 to 2006 facelift. This is the one. If you know, you know. One of the greatest luxury sedans ever built at any price. The car that made Mercedes rethink the S-Class, built when Lexus decided to prove something to the entire world. 20 years later, it's still proving it. Under the hood, the 3UZ-FE, a 4.3-liter V8, 290 horsepower, 320 pound-feet of torque, 6-speed automatic, 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds. Top speed limited to 155 miles per hour. Not just a good engine, a legendary engine. Owners reporting 300,000 miles, 400,000 miles, 600,000 miles on basic maintenance. Build quality, zero cost compromises, perfect panel gaps. A cabin so quiet that Lexus engineers spent years hunting individual rattles before the car reached a showroom. Simplicity, fewer computers than a modern Camry. No air suspension, no hybrid battery. Just a V8, a gearbox, and decades of refinement. 3 things to check before you buy. Avoid air suspension trims, ultra luxury only. Stick to coil springs. Check the trunk for water intrusion around the amp and tuner. Bring a flashlight. Verify the timing belt. Interference engine, every 90,000 miles. Can't verify it? Budget $800 to $1,200 immediately. The holy grail of used luxury sedans. Built when cost was irrelevant, still running when everything else has been scrapped. LS430 owners, post your mileage and biggest single repair bill. Past 300,000 miles? I want your story. Pin-worthy comment guaranteed. Best number 1, Lexus IS 350, 2006 to 2020, used plus 2026 new. Here's the pick that covers every buyer in every situation. Used buyer on a budget, used buyer with more to spend, new car buyer who wants the last naturally aspirated luxury sports sedan you can buy in 2026. The IS 350 covers all 3. Under the hood, the 2GR-FSE or 2GR-FKS, a 3.5-liter V6. 306 to 311 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds for earlier models, 5.0 seconds for later F Sport variants. No carbon buildup, no oil consumption drama, no turbo to fail, just a naturally aspirated V6 that pulls cleanly, sounds glorious, and goes the distance. First, the identity trap payoff. Remember the IS250? Same body, same interior, same lot. The IS350 is what the IS250 was always supposed to be. 311 horsepower versus 204. Clean intake valves versus carbon subscriptions. Engine code 2GR. Memorize it. Second, driving experience. Sharp enough to make you smile. Reliable enough to never let you down. Third, used market value. A 2016 IS 350 F Sport retails for $25,000 to $38,000. A car that was $48,000 new. Fourth, the 2026 angle. Every German rival has moved to turbocharged 4 cylinders. BMW, Mercedes, Audi, all chasing fuel economy with smaller, more complex engines. The IS 350 still has a naturally aspirated V6. No turbo lag, no intercooler to fail. In 2026, that makes it the most compelling new luxury sports sedan you can buy. The backseat is tight. If you carry adults in the rear regularly, the ES 350 or GS 350 serve you better. But if the driver's seat is what matters, nothing in this segment touches the IS 350. The smartest buy in the Lexus sedan lineup. Used or new, The car the IS250 pretended to be, and in 2026, the last naturally aspirated luxury sports sedan you can still buy brand new. IS350 versus BMW 340i with the B58. Strong case for the German side, but long-term ownership math still favors the IS350. Which side are you on? Drop your vote. If you're actually shopping, this is the part that saves you money. Engines to buy: 2GR-FE ES350 earlier models, 2GR-FSE IS350 GS350, 2GR-FKS IS350 GS350 ES350 later models. Best of the family: 3UZ-FE LS430 coil spring trims only. Engines to avoid: 4GR-FSE IS250 direct injection only, carbon trap, 2AZ-FXE HS250H oil consumption discontinued, years to avoid: HS250 hours, 2010 to 2012. All years. IS250, 2006 to 2015, all years. LS460, 2007 to 2012, unless documented actuator and suspension history. Years to buy: ES350, 2013 to 2018. GS350, 2013 to 2020, RWD 8-speed only. LS430, 2004 to 2006 facelift, coil springs only. IS350, 2006 to 2020 used or 2026 new. Pre-purchase inspection, non-negotiable. Cold start test, VVT, I rattle on pre-2013 ES350. Lift inspection, timing cover and valve cover leaks. Trunk moisture on LS430, flashlight, amp, and tuner area. Bounce each corner. Listen for suspension clunks. Verify timing belt on LS430. Receipts or budget $800 to $1,200 immediately. Fault code scan before you agree to anything. Independent Lexus or Toyota specialist only. Never buy a used Lexus sedan without a cold start test, a lift inspection, and a pre-purchase inspection by an independent specialist. Those 3 steps will save you more money than anything else in this video. 3 Lexus traps: HS250H, discontinued, oil consumption, dead-end resale. IS250, the 4GR-FSE carbon trap, hiding in IS350 clothing. LS460, flagship comfort, flagship repair bills, without the warranty. 4 Lexus Legends, ES350 2013 to 2018, the silent weapon. GS350R E2013 to 2020. Drives like a BMW, costs like a Lexus. LS430 2004 to 2006 coil spring, the holy grail. IS350 2006 to 2026, the last naturally aspirated luxury sports sedan you can buy new. Pick right, you own one of the most reliable luxury sedans on the planet. Pick wrong, you're funding someone else's retirement. Which Lexus would you buy? Drop your pick in the comments. Post your mileage and biggest repair bill. Highest mileage, lowest repair cost, gets pinned. We do buyer guides like this every week. Subscribe so you don't buy the wrong car. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.